Well, I've been waiting on this test drive for a long time. Time to pull this bad boy out, flex it, and see how she does and send her off. So this is 35,984 original miles on Mike's 06 LJ Rubicon with a 6-speed. So we'll pull this thing out, give it a flex, and see how she does. All right, so for all those people that say radius arms don't flex, well, obviously they do. And this is just over the counter, 5.5 inch Rubicon Express long arm kit with the standard 4-link rear and the track bar. The only thing we did different is we added the 2.0 Fox CD adjustable shocks. And then this is our heavy duty 1.25 inch 250 wall tie rod. And then we also take and put a gusset on the factory drag link. So the inverted Y is still working good. As you can see, these things have a lot to give. And it's still stock fenders, 37s on the 5.5. We did go ahead and put some limit straps in here. Stuck ours on the inside because you see the coil starts to come loose. You don't want to lose a coil on the trail. It gets so much travel. And then we also had to extend the hoses on the Fox shocks and mount the reservoir up top here because there's so much tire swinging up through here and swinging up in the front that it was grabbing the reservoirs. Other than that, the back is just regular. The 4-link that comes from Rubicon Express tucks right up in the factory wheel wells, really nice. We did change this thing to 5 on 5.5. So if you look in right here, you will see your standard Yukon locking hubs there. So we basically did a free spin kit, changed it to 5 on 5.5, then at the same time went ahead and got rid of the stock Rubicon lockers and went with chromoly axles, ARBs in the front and rear, and then in the rear end we went with 35 spline on the ARB, so basically it's 1.5 inch diameter shafts, and then 5/13s front and rear. So this thing's a 6-speed Rubicon. It's ready to party. He's gonna drive around town and head up and hit the Rubicon. Just simple Poison Spyder bumpers, 10-inch rigid LED with the Zeon 10S, and then to get a little side angle here at night when you're road hunting, got your rigid pod lights up there. We can go ahead and peek in while we got this flexed out too. It's easier to open the door and look in. So take a look at that interior. 35,000 original miles, top's never been off. Just cherry. 6-speed Rubicon. Take a look at the SPOD up there. So we got the air compressor, front locker, rear locker, the bumper lights and the pod lights. Nice and clean up there. Nothing else, no obtrusive stuff. I don't know where you find a 35,000 mile LJ, but we even had to take the original tires and wheels off of this thing. These just aren't out there. That's a unicorn. So I think Mike did a good job of keeping it really clean, not over the top, and it's going to be a great rig for the farm and also for going to hit the trail. Well, she flexes good, so now we'll go take her for a drive, hook the sway bar up and go. The only thing about the 5.5 inch is it's a little high, but it fits the 37s with the stock fenders. But when you got your boots, you just kick them up and over, you know what I mean? And just like that. You know what? It's kind of in the 70s. Might as well hit the AC, right? How about that? Look at that factory CD player. Compact disc. Thing's nice. Well, see how she drives. Whew. Shifts like butter. So we went with a 1350 CV rear driveline and then left the stock driveline. It gets plenty of angle to it. And obviously when you put the long arm in the rear, turn the rear pinion up, get the perfect angle for the CV. And when you do that, you got to cut the rear shock mounts off and relocate them so the shocks don't bind into the back of the coil buckets. Oh, here we go, a little 6-speed action. God, she shifts like she's brand new. That's nice. Look at that. Yeah, this is a Jeep you can drive every day, you know. One finger down the freeway. We're going about 70 at 3,200. Go to 6th gear, we're at 2,800, 74 miles an hour. Still one finger, just cruising down the highway. It's a little windy, so I'm having to give it a little feedback, you know. But got the 37-inch tires, balanced perfect on Raceline wheels, and he'll be ready to go. I don't think it gets any better than this. See ya.